All right, it's time. It's time to talk about the big thing in the room here, which is the Wizard's Tower. It's time to prepare for Secrets of the Obscure Gamers. I've gone through a list of items that I think would maybe help prepare people or remind people of things they might want to keep a lookout for on the expansion, which comes out August 22 from today. So keep a lookout for that. Of course, we are going to the Wizard's Tower. So it's a very, wizardy themed expansion, as you can see. So here's a few of the lists that I've prepared on how you can best prepare for the new expansion. I'm going to start from the top. I think the most obvious one is save your T6 materials. And I mean, not just the T6s, your Mystic Coins, or your Ectos for a start. Also base materials, things like Mithril Ore, things like your Gossamer, your Silk. It's always good to keep some of these on hand. You never know, maybe you might need some. Typically, what I would suggest, if you're already working on a current goal right now, before the expansion that comes out in just about a month from now, see whatever excess that you have, keep that to the side and put that in towards the expansion. And focus on what you want to do now anyway. So, because granted, you might be already like generating that T6 later on. So put some that you're working on a goal for now and then save the rest for the expansion. PvP and World vs. World dailies. These are very important because the PvP and World vs. World dailies will grant you potions of reward track, which you can store until you use them. There is quite a lot of reward tracks that come out in an expansion. So you can maybe expect this expansion will have more reward tracks. So it's good to store these potions somewhere, so that when the new reward tracks come out, you can immediately go through them and finish them in no time for both World vs. World and for PvP over here. So very easy. Expansion comes out. You'll typically get, materials, new skins from the open world. And then also more likely to also get, for one-time completion, your first time completing the reward tracks, you will get 7 Mystic Clovers, which is huge towards accomplishing other things. So skins, materials, and first time completion offers 7 Mystic Clovers. So store these potions that you get from World vs. World dailies and from the PvP dailies in your bank until you get them. If you need the dailies, you can just go to achievements. You can go daily here. You can go for World vs. World, which is go over here. We have weekly, of course. We have weekly now. And then you also can go to PvP. And you could do the same over there. So accomplish the dailies. Also do your dailies. So, it's very important to do all of these. So you can get your 2 gold. Your small bag of spirit shard offers you 3 spirit shards. And also logging in every day so you can get your, daily login reward track. So store these potions in your bank so that as soon as the reward tracks come out, you can immediately just finish them up and you can catch up to the skins, the rewards, the materials, and your pretty much 7 Clover first time completing the reward tracks. Next, we also have, we also have the Masteries actually. Finish up your old Masteries that you might have. Since we already know that Secrets of the Obscure is going to add towards our Masteries, they already showed that they're going to have old Masteries for Skyscale, doing things like finishing up your Skyscale will give you extra abilities. We already know that if you have already done the Skyscale beforehand and had all the Masteries done, you'll get the extra abilities like Breathing Fire. And I think there was a higher Vitality that you can get. And there's going to be new ones we know that will be added for Griffin, for updrafting. So if you have time, go back and finish those Masteries so you can, catch up with the new ones as well. Hero points. So we know that we're not getting a set of elite specializations this time around. So this is kind of more in line with elite specializations. However, we know that we are getting more variety of class weapon options with the new weapon master training. So it might be useful to maybe store a little bit of hero points just in case they are needed. They were basically needed for elite specializations. I expect they might require a little bit for the weapon master training. So it's a good idea to just keep a bit of your hero points saved up. So we don't know how many we might need, but it might be helpful since we know that weapon master training could be tied into similar how they introduced elite specializations which require them. So we know that we have 250 for an elite specialization. I don't think we're going to require that many for the weapons this time around. So just save up a good amount. Also, World vs. World does offer up proofs of testimonies or heroics, which you can find in the skirmish chests over here. You can go over here. They're found in the skirmish chests, and you can also get them from the tickets that you acquire. You can buy them through the tickets. So make sure you go through that, which also is kind of like a double dipping, because anyways, you're going to go through your WvW weeklies anyway, and finish all of that. So you might as well kind of like kill two birds with one stone. So you can get them from rank up chests, and you can also jump into hero point trains, which can be covered in Path of Fire or Heart of Thorns hero point challenges. You can also do those. But if you can go into a group of trains with some people, there's a lot of people who do hero point trains. So just jump on with the commander, go on the map, and then just finish them out with a group of players. So it's not going to be, again, to the level of 250. So I don't think you'll require that many, but it's good to just have a couple saved up. Next point, join a guild. There's no better way to tackle a new expansion than with your allies and friends. So find yourself a guild, make new friends, and band together to take on the upcoming threats in Tyria. You can find guilds in map chat. It's simple. Just do something like /map. I need a guild. And then maybe someone will help you. Who knows? Or I actually recommend this Discord very well. In fact, I might even just link this in the description of the video. Go to the Guild Wars 2 Reddit Discord. So Guild Wars 2 has a subreddit for guild recruitment, but then there's also a guild Reddit Discord. This is the unofficial official Discord for the Guild Wars 2 Reddit. In that Discord, there is a channel where there are guilds from NA and then guilds from the EU region, all recruiting. So you can go there and then kind of go through all the guilds that maybe one of them fits your vibe, fits your taste. So check them out. I'll link this below. And it's also a Discord for the Reddit as well. So you might as well join it. There's kind of some nice people over there. Really nice people. So check it out. Check out their guild recruitment channels and find out if there's a guild that's the right fit for you. There's no better way than to go into an expansion with some friends, some allies that can help you, whether you're going to do that with story, instance content, however you want to play the expansion. So find something, join them. There's plenty of guilds advertising. Both my communities, actually, Overflow, Trade, Discord, and Heartstuck will, of course, be playing in the expansion. So you can check us out at discord.gg/GW2Overflow, where you can find us in many open world events that we're going to be hosting, discussions. Of course, a lot of discussions also related to money making, and also, learning how to make money in the game. Or you can join us at discord.gg/Heartstuck for similar open world events and instance content. I'll be leaving a link to both of those Discords along with the Guild Wars 2 Reddit Discord in the description below. You can join us here at Heartstuck. This is the EU guild. There's an NA guild as well. There's an Overflow guild as well. This is the NA guild. There is an EU guild equivalent as well. So, and yeah, you can join us on the Discord so you can ask any questions you may have. And I think I just fell. That's a bit unfortunate. Let me get back up here. There we go. We're back here. We're back in it. So, get QoL items. I don't recommend you go to too many QoL items. Quality of life items, I think on a short notice for this expansion, the best one you can honestly get is the copper fed. This one right here. This one is going to help you salvage a lot of clutter in your inventory. For example, if you have, let's just open up a few like this. You can just salvage them with a copper fed. However, of course, if you have an extractor, if you have this thing right here, I always advise you extract the runes. But this is a QoL item that is far more than necessary. A copper fed is just going to help you, clutter down that or take away the clutter of your inventory. You don't want to be going in like this. To be honest, this is kind of a mess. So just do this, salvage items, and you're good to go. And then you'll also get materials out of that stuff as well. So it's actually helpful to get the copper fed salvage kit. And you can find it on the gem store for, I believe, 800 gold. So you can either buy that or you can maybe, exchange some gold for it. It's about 286 gold. Might skew a little bit down. Who knows between now and then. But it's probably the best QoL item you can get. I would recommend you get this QoL item first before you get anything else, because you salvage stuff in your inventory, you'll get materials out of that. You'll also gain access to these materials through your storage to throw them. And then the second, going on storage, I'd recommend you do get storage expansion, so you could expand the capacity of your storage over here. You could store more items in your bank on the materials. So basically what happens is once you salvage, for example, if you do this,
I was manufactured to the highest standards.
Right? You'll have materials. Now, I don't think if I hit deposit all, basically this will just deposit everything into your bank. I think everything's full, so it's just not going to deposit, but it will anyways store it in your bank, and then from there you can just access it here in your bank. So very useful item to destroy your clutter and allow you to like just go through the expansion without problems with your bags. Based on storage material expansion, I'd also recommend bag slot expansion. It's very useful to have bag slot expansion as well. I wouldn't worry too much on the other QoLs. For now, these three are more than enough. So first priority, copper fed salvage kit. Second priority would be your storage. And then the third could be your bag slot. Bag and your storage are interchangeable depending on what you require personally. But I would put storage second place actually. So there you go. Next one, farm forever. And I mean, you all know at this point, you're going to need to farm a lot of new items, especially the new legendary open world armor is going to require a lot of farming. So if you haven't already gotten your fill on T6 mats, ectos, base materials, and don't forget the daily time-gated materials such as ascended items. These are things like lumps of mithrilium, the vision crystal, etc. Stuff that you might need as well later on for who knows, the legendary open world armor. So try to get these time-gated things on the way, or build the habit from now. There's about, give or take 25 days, 26 days for the expansion. So you have enough time to maybe at least get a daily routine of these things going out. So make sure you get your dailies done, your daily time-gated materials, because these are time-gated. You can only do them a certain amount of times per day. Especially lumps of mithrilium, your vision crystal, and those kind of ascended materials, they are only done once a day. So you can only make them that many times. So make sure you get on that very early. Have your fill, of course, farm forever. Check what you could do. What are some of the best content you can do? Fractals is a good money maker if you want to like just grind on the gold and get the gold out immediately, and then just use the gold to buy what you want when the expansion comes out, because then you can just buy the gold. Use the gold to buy the materials that you want. You could do Living World Season 4. You can do Drizzlewood Coast. You could do Dragon's End. A lot of these maps give you a good amount of base materials, T6 materials, ectos, all the kind of stuff like that that you might require. So get on that early as you can with your daily ascended as well. Next, probably very important as we get closer to the expansion, are boosters. Now, with most of what I just mentioned out of the way, with every expansion, you're going to get those boosters ready. Boosters are going to help you with those XP gains, your gold, your magic find, world versus world rank, and reward tracks. So which ones should you get? There's quite a few. The legendary birthday booster, you can only acquire these through your character birthdays, so don't waste them as they aren't very easily replenishable. You have your celebration booster, which offers the same gain as the birthday booster for just about an hour and can be acquired by logging in every day for the bag of celebration once a month. These are going to be your biggest XP, magic find, gold, and world versus world rank and reward track gain. They're to the highest capacity. Of course, the birthday one's the one that's going to offer you the longest time. Black Lion boosters, you can get these by buying them through Black Lion statuettes at a ratio of 1:1. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong on that ratio. You'll need Black Lion keys to get these, so I'd only advise you use them if you actually have the keys lying around, and if you don't want to actually break your real life wallet. But a free source of boost, you can also actually go to your guild. If your guild has leveled up the tavern enough, you'll gain access to permanent boosters from the tavern NPC. They're very easy to acquire. I think it's very little that you require to even purchase them. I actually think it is free. So another benefit of being in the guild is that, yes, not only you have access to boosters, you can also go to the tavern, get them there. And then also another point is you'll have access to banners. Banners are very important to have. as you'll be able to, basically get more boons and more, like reward track gains and things like that. Karma, magic find, experience from kills, 10% gold, and all of that stuff. And feasts, which is also very important, which brings me to my next point, which is food. Eat some good food, okay? Depending on whatever your build is, power or condi, but eat some good food. And also check if your guild is doing any open world events and setting feasts. So you'll have a good amount of boosted XP, magic find, and loot from not only the food, but also the banners they may provide. Again, another reason to join the guild. I think there's also a cheap one that you can also get. Flask of pumpkin oil, which is a cheap boost that gives you some nice small magic find and XP from kills. I think it's like 10% each. So also another cheap source for boosting. Next point, on the topic of food, if you do have any primers, they'll extend your food for up to 12 hours. So metabolic primers, I wouldn't advise you buy these, but if you do have them lying around, I don't know if I actually have any on this character here, but I think I do. I think I logged into the wrong character for this. There you go. Metabolic primers, these. So any food eaten while the primer is active will have the same remaining time as the primer, rounded up to the next hour. So you can basically more or less replenish your food for up to 12 hours. So you don't have to keep going back and forth eating food every now and then. So you're good to go for the expansion. So yeah. Next point is cleanup. Make it a bit easier for yourself, all right? Do a little bit of inventory cleanup and sort your bank out. Don't do this. Like, this is honestly, this is actually way more organized for one of my characters. Almost all my characters are not like this. This is actually a character that just stores these kind of things. So, but point is, don't go with your main character in the expansion with all of this filled up and you only have like, 15 slots of space. Clean up a little bit after yourself. Make it easier for you to actually know what you're even getting from the expansion so that you don't have to keep finding out where things are going. And of course, last thing, plan what you want to do. All right, go in with a plan. Create a plan. I know it's kind of a little bit way over the top, but it can actually help if you kind of put some, sort of goals in mind for you so you can lay out what you want to do in the expansion. So a good plan will help keep you in line with your goals, whether that's exploring the new maps, secrets within them, completing the story and achievements, or even grinding out the new rewards and instance content. A plan can help clarify things and keep you from being overwhelmed. So make one if you have to, or don't. Maybe if that's the plan, is no plan, you can also go in blindly and just see where the adventure takes you. But if you are the type of person who would like to stay on course, just make something simple for yourself and then helps you stick to it and helps you go towards your goals at a faster pace. Last but not least, after mentioning all of this, the most important one is just remember to have fun. So a lot of what I mentioned is kind of just trying to make it as efficient as possible for the new expansion. But at the end of the day, we play video games to have fun. So don't lose sight of the enjoyment. Take your time. Play at your pace that you want to, whether that's blasting through the content or taking a more relaxed approach. Just remember, enjoy the game and you'll get through the content at the pace you like. So I hope that was informational. Again, just to go back through all these points, just to summarize, save your T6 materials, base materials, mystic coins, ectos to start with, PvP and WvW dailies. Of course, PvP dailies, you get the potions and the world versus world dailies. I believe I said dailies. It's actually weeklies now as well, since that's a new update. Still getting used to saying that. So store your potions, store your reward track potions so you can consume them on the reward tracks immediately from day one. Since the reward tracks will give you skins, materials, and first time completion, you get 7 mystic clovers. So keep them until you need them. And they're very quickly, like you'll get them done in like about a match or two in PvP. And WvW is just going around capturing objectives. So it's not that hard to get into. And by the time the expansion comes around, you'll have quite enough saved up. Masteries, finish up any old masteries. We do know that the sky scale will get a few upgrades if you've already finished the masteries for the sky scale. So go ahead and finish that up. Same with the Griffin, make sure you finish that up as well. Those two are more in common because we already know information about them. So it's good to go finish those masteries up. Hero points, we don't know that we know that we're not getting a new elite specialization. However, we do know that we're getting weapon master training, which will open up classes for more basically weapons to experience for all kinds of specializations. So store a few hero points, go on some hero point trains, or just go through some hero point challenges yourself. Store them up in case you might need them for the weapon master training. You can get these also from proof of testimonies or heroics found in skirmish chests or rank up chests. And again, just jump into any other train. Join a guild. As I said, hey, be a part of the community so that you can get into the game with other friends as well and make even friends as well from other communities. So again, I'll link all the 3 discords in the description below. That's the Guild Wars 2 Reddit Discord, the Overflow Trade Discord, and the Hearthstone Community Discord. QoL Items, copper fed, or the storage material and the character slots. Most importantly is just get the copper fed. Honestly, this one, if you can't get any other QoL, this should be the one that you get first. So in general, this is the one that you get first because it's very, very much a important one. It can help you salvage things into materials and then also free up your space. And last but not least, farm forever. Get all your stuff. Start farming from now. Plan out what kind of things you want to keep up from now so that you can acquire them before the expansion. Get your boosters ready. Again, the boosters that I mentioned are all very important. Of course, this is when you are in the expansion. Get them ready. Just get them done and have them acquired. Yes, of course, daily mats, ascended materials that you might need to craft since they're time gated. Get on them from now. So the boosters, to go back to the boosters, the legendary birthday booster, celebration booster, black lion boosters. You get a free source through the guild tavern as well. A free source of like guild XP boost and magic find boost. Flask of pumpkin oil is a good boost that you can get. That can give you like some cheap, it's a cheap alternative that can give you some nice magic find XP from kills. Food, make sure you eat food. If you have a metabolic primer, use it. If you don't, it's fine. And then clean up, make things easier for yourself. And of course, like I said, plan and again, enjoy. So that's it. Enjoy the game. And again, you'll get through the content at the pace you like. It's a very much an efficient video is what I'm trying to go for. But again, we're here to have fun. So take the pace that you enjoy. But yeah, that's it. Anyway, gamers, that's it for this video. I'll see you at the Wizard's Tower as we uncover the secrets of the obscure. So best of luck. And I will see you when I see you. Take care, everybody.